Welcome to this neck and upper shoulder care routine. Today we'll focus on the cervical spine, so that's the neck and the top of the shoulders, using our from stuck to strong approach of mobilizing, stretching and then strengthening. So settle into your seat, close your eyes, take your awareness into the body, so noticing the breath. Let go of thoughts and bring your attention to the present moment by focusing on the sensation of breath as we tune into the process. So thoughts will arise in the mind, just let go of the thought and come back to the physical sensation of breath. So wherever you find it, could be the sensation of air at the nostrils, perhaps the belly or chest inflating and deflating as you breathe, or perhaps the sensation of clothing moving against the skin. And then dropping the breath into the belly, take a deep, full breath in, fill the belly like a balloon, and hold this for a second. Notice the pressure rising, and then release. Let go of the breath, relax the body. And we're now tuned into the present moment. Hold on to this and move mindfully and purposefully for the duration of the session. So when thoughts arise, just let go of the thought, come back into the body. And we're going to start with step 1, mobilise. So creating movement to warm up and prepare the shoulders and the cervical spine for the session. And we're going to start with some head circles. So drop the chin to the chest on an exhale, and then on your next inhale, roll the head to the right shoulder and then all the way back. And on the next exhale, roll the head over to the left shoulder and then back down to the chest. So a few more like this, inhaling to roll the head back and exhale to roll the head forward. So rolling 3 or 4 times in one direction. Noticing sensations in the neck, and then 3 or 4 in the other direction, keeping the movement slow and mindful, keeping your awareness on those sensations. And then come back to center to find stillness for a breath. And on the next inhale, look over the right shoulder, so find a stretch across the left side of the neck. And as you exhale, bring the chin towards the left shoulder, find a stretch in the right side of the neck. So repeating 3 or 4 times on each side, alternating slowly, keeping the shoulders relaxed and down away from the ears, inhaling to look over the right shoulder and exhaling to look over the left, and again moving mindfully with the breath. And then come back to center, find stillness. We're going to find a wave into the spine and neck, creating a full body movement. So keeping your hands on the knees, on the next exhale, drop the chin to chest and then start to fold your body down, rounding the upper spine. And then on the inhale, lift the chest and lift the gaze to the ceiling, arch the spine and let the head follow. So a few more rounds of breath like this, noticing the wave into the spine and neck as you breathe, exhaling to lower down and rounding the spine, and then inhaling to lift the chin up to the ceiling and arching the spine. And then coming back to center, hands on knees, take a breath. Moving on to some shoulder engagement now with the neck and spine. So take your hands stretched out to either side and your palms facing in the opposite direction. So your right palm facing up to the ceiling and your left palm down and away. So find that rotation into the shoulders. And on the next exhale, Reach your right fingertips over to the right side. Keep both sit bones down and look over the right fingertips as you reach. On the next inhale, come back to center and rotate the palms in the opposite direction. So the right palm down and away, left palm up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach the fingertips over to the left. Keeping both sit bones down, look over the left fingertips. Inhale, come back to center, rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction, and repeat this movement another 3 or 4 times, and feel as if you're wringing out a wet towel through the shoulder girdle as you twist the arms and reach. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears and the spine nice and tall. A few more breaths like this. And on the next inhale, coming back to center, hands on knees, take your awareness to the breath. Moving on to step 2, stretching the neck and the shoulder area. So we're going to start with the back of the neck stretch. So interlace your fingers, place your hands onto the back of the head, and keep your elbows out to start with. And then gently start to press the hands towards the back of the neck as the chin lowers down towards the chest. So we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Relax the face, breathe into the belly, and notice that stretch into the back of the neck. And then start to pull the elbows in towards each other. So find a stretch into the upper back and into the shoulder blades. So a few more breaths here. Gently and slowly release. Place your hands back on the knees, lift your gaze. Become aware of any sensations in the back of the neck, any tingling. And then onto the other side now as we stretch into the front of the throat and the chest and the shoulders. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your palms together as much as you can and then start to straighten the arms. So already you should feel a stretch through the shoulders. And then start to lift the hands slightly away from the body. Open the chest, opening the shoulders a little more. And then lift the gaze gently until you find that stretch into the throat. Now we're holding here for another couple of breaths. Breathe into the belly. See if you can relax a little more into the chest and into the shoulders. One more breath here. And then release. Hands back to the knees. Head back into a neutral position. Take a breath. And then we're going to stretch into the sides of the neck. So start with lowering your right ear to the right shoulder. And then reach over, place your right fingertips onto your left temple. And lower your left fingertips down onto the mat beside the body. So keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. You can start to deepen the stretch by pulling on the head gently. So feel that stretch along the left side of the neck and maybe into the left shoulder. So we're going to be here for another couple of breaths. Keep the face relaxed. Keep both sit bones on the mat. Take another breath. And then release. Coming back to center. Hands back onto the knees, straight onto the other side. So lower your left ear to the left shoulder. And then up and over with the left hand, left fingertips onto the right temple. Straighten the right arm so that the right fingertips come down to the mat. And keeping both shoulders down away from the ears on the next exhale, start to gently pull onto the head. Find a nice stretch into the right side of the neck. Another couple of breaths. And then release. Come back to center, hands on knees, relax. And then coming to the final part, so strengthening into the neck and the upper back for stability. And starting with forehead resistance to build strength at the front of the neck and upper shoulders at the front of the body. So place your palms on the forehead just above the eyebrows, keeping the head neutral to begin with. And then gently press the head forward against the hands. So notice the pressure against the hands as you gently push back in the opposite direction. And on the next exhale, carefully allow the head to push past the resistance of the hands until the chin comes down to the chest. And on the next inhale, slowly lift the head back to neutral while maintaining that resistance. So the neck muscles at the front should be constantly engaged. And repeat this another 2 times, exhaling to lower the chin to chest, and then inhaling to lift back to neutral. So one more time. And then release. Slowly lower the hands to the knees. Notice any sensations or any changes that you find in the neck. And then moving on to the side of the head resistance. So we're going to start with the right side. So place your palm above the right temple and just allow the fingertips to rest on the top of the head. And then press the head into the palm gently. So just resisting the movement, the head stays where it is just for a second. And then as you exhale, slowly press against the hand and bring your right ear towards the right shoulder. So maintain that pressure. And on the inhale, slowly return the head back to neutral. So keeping the pressure against the head, repeating 2 more times. So exhale to lower the head down, press against the palm of the hand. And then inhale, slowly lift back up to center. 1 more time. And then release. Lower the hands to the knees, relax, breathe. Onto the left side. So place your left palm above the left temple, fingertips resting on top of the head. Press the head into the palm, resist the movement. And then slowly exhale. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, maintain that pressure. Inhale, return the head slowly back to neutral. So keep that pressure for another 2 breaths. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slowly back up. 1 more. Slowly release back to center. And then finally coming to the back of head resistance. And this helps to build stability and strength into the back of the neck and the upper back and shoulders. So interlace the fingers, place your hands on the back of the head, and keeping the head neutral, just gently push back against the hands. So this time we're going to go through a full range of movement from chin to chest through to the chin raising up to the ceiling. So on the exhale, slowly allow the pressure from the hands to lower the chin to the chest, keeping some resistance from the head. And on the inhale, lift the chin, so pressing back against the hands and lifting the chin as high as comfortable. So don't push or force anything. We're just looking to create some resistance and switch on all the muscles at the back of the neck and the upper back. Now repeat another 2 times, slowly and mindfully. So exhaling to lower the chin to chest as you release the muscles of the neck. And then inhaling, pushing the head back into the hands, raising the chin up to the ceiling and squeezing into the back of the neck. So these are the muscles that tend to switch off with too much sitting at computers and looking at screens. So take your time, reconnect to these muscles slowly. Another couple of times. Exhaling, lowering the chin down to the chest. Inhaling, pressing the head back into the hands, lifting the chin. One more like this. And after the next inhale, release, lower the hands to the knees, head back to neutral, relax the shoulders, close the eyes, focus on the breath. So we're going to loosen everything off with some big head circles. So 3 or 4 in one direction, all the way round, as wide as you can possibly take the circles, the head, and then 3 or 4 in the other direction, noticing sensations in the neck, noticing the weight of the head, and then come back to center. Take a full yogic breath, so inhale into the belly, then into the chest, full breath, and hold for a second, and then exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, relax the face. One more like this. Inhale, inflate the belly, and then into the chest, hold, and then release. Exhale, relax everything. Take a couple of natural breaths, closing the eyes if you haven't done already. Take your awareness into the body. So coming to the end of the session now, so bring your hands to prayer into the center of the chest, and very slight tuck of the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck, acknowledging your practice, the mobility and strength and care that you've given to your body, your mind and nervous system. And on the next inhale, a big circle with the arms up above the head, collecting all the energy. And on the exhale, bring that energy down into the body. And then place your hands back onto the knees. Open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you for practicing with me. So take this awareness, mobility and strength into your day, from stuck to strong.